are LPNs going to be phased out? It's kind of like the question of, is America ever going to adopt the metric system? I don't think so. I don't think they're ever going to adopt the metric system because Congress won't let them. I'm sure that's probably the reason. It's probably not. I don't know. But I really don't think that the imperial system is going away from America. And I don't think that LPNs are ever going to be gone from the healthcare field. LPNs, at least in North Carolina, it's been rumored that LPNs are going to be phased out since the 1970s. So for 40 plus years in North Carolina, it's been said that LPNs are going to be phased out. Now, LPNs kind of go back and forth from year to year as to what they can do and what they can't do. Policies and procedures will change. LPNs, may be able to do IV medications one year and then maybe not the next year. Or maybe in North Carolina you can do IV medications, which you can, but in South Carolina you may not be able to do IV medications. I don't know if that's actually true or not, but it may be. I want to say LVNs, which are in, I believe, California and Texas, they're kind of the same thing as an LPN, but they have less freedom, to my understanding. That may not be true. The LVNs may have the exact same abilities as an LPN. But, in any case, the rules and policies and procedures of an LPN may change. But I don't think they'll ever go away. There's this thing called the nursing shortage. If you get rid of every single LPN you've got out there, or you tell every single LPN you've got out there, you have to go back to school, you have to get your BS in, you can't work until you do, you're taking many, 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 many nurses off the field. Believe it or not, a lot of nurses are LPNs. Most of your retirement facilities, your long-term cares and whatnot, primarily hire LPNs or LVNs. I'm just going to say LPN, but keep in mind that I'm still talking about LVN also. A lot of your long-term care facilities hire LPNs. They can get them a lot cheaper. They're easier to acquire, and that's the kind of market that they're in. And long-term care facilities have plenty of nurses that work there. And, and most of them are LPNs, at least around my area. Doctors' offices have LPNs. There are hospitals, at least in my area, that do have LPNs. And if you get rid of all these LPNs by saying you have to become a BSN or an ADN, you've just created a whole lot bigger of a shortage than already exists. LPNs aren't going anywhere, at least no time right now. What I could see happening is the LPN program no longer being offered in schools. I could see that actually happening, and then they say, all right, as of this year, we're going to say no more LPN programs, and now you have to go straight to ADN, but still letting those LPNs work until, they reach retirement age or whatever, they get their RN. So that I could see happening, but completely phasing the LPNs out, no, I'd never see that happen. To make my analogy, back again to my analogy of the metric system and imperial system, they've been saying since the 1980s, we're changing over to kilometers. Get ready, guys. Hasn't happened. So, because they keep rumoring that they're going to change over all the LPNs to, CNAs or, whatever it is that they say, whatever the rumor is, that LPNs are being phased out, I just don't see it happening. It's just not possible. It's not a possibility at all. Simply because of the nursing shortage. Like I said though, policies and procedures may change. They may give more freedoms to LPNs. They may give less freedom to LPNs. They may start to squeeze down on what LPNs can do to kind of entice them to become RNs. They say you used to be able to do all these things. Now, if you become an RN, you can still do these things. That's something else I could see happening. But just getting rid of the LPNs, no, that I don't think that'll ever happen. I seriously doubt it. There's just no way. But, you know, I heard back in the 1970s, LPNs could only give oral medications. LPNs are given every medication with certain restrictions as to either the medication or the route. I think I've already said that LPNs aren't really allowed to do portacaths. It's like a little box that sits kind of in your chest. A lot of chemotherapy patients have them. LPNs aren't allowed to access a portacath, but if the portacath has already been accessed, then the LPN can run medications. You know, kind of a between the lines thing, kind of a gray area, but it can still happen. So, LPNs, you're not going nowhere. Don't worry. Good luck to you if you are LPN. Stick with it. You picked a good field. Hope it helps. Thank you much.